Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another day of the video diary. How's it going today? Today we are up to a relatively relaxing start. I slept like an absolute arse last night. I couldn't sleep at all. It was really bad. I wasn't doing great. The point where like I woke up several times. You know what I mean, when you just sleep like really lightly. I wasn't a deep sleeper at all, so I really struggled there. But got up about 8 o'clock-ish, had some breakfast, slowly got ready and whatnot, and just chilling. And then we headed on into town for a weekend of shopping. I don't know why I said it like that. I've realised that I needed to buy some shoes, and I've realised they're in the room, so I'm going to show you. If you'd have told me I'd have bought shoes like this 2 years ago, I wouldn't have believed you. Previously on holiday, I have some red flip-flops, which I wear around the pool and whatnot. But in the evening, I normally wear like dark sandals, like these. Say sandals, they're basically flip-flops, but they're dark. The problem with these is they're really fucking heavy. They're like Timberland, I think. They're really nice. Yeah, they are. They're really nice. They cost me a decent amount of money. They're really heavy, right? I think they're called Earth Walkers or something mental like that. Earth Keepers. And that thing there is so long, like it's ridiculously long, so it just flops off your feet and they're really difficult to walk in. And I walked in them across to the field to go sunbathing with Laura yesterday and it wasn't happening. So I've had to buy some more evening footwear, and I bought these. Look at them. Just look at them. Aren't they cool? So it's one of them things where I literally buy it for holidays and then that's probably the only time I ever wear them. But anyway, oh, there's that. Oh, where's that thing that's not in my pocket? It's the last moment in time. It was a card. Otherwise, we was in town. We went walking around, did the normal stuff. We tried to go to a sunglasses shop, but they were closed, like shut down, closed. I had some lunch, and we've been trying to find someone who's able to fix Laura's watch, because the strap is it's a leather strap and it started to break. So we're looking for a way to basically buy a new strap. But obviously we've gone and bought a strap that has a size 13 it is. And most straps are 12 or 14 and they're even numbers. Fuck's sake. We went to the shop that I got it from, the jewellers I got it from, and then we went to Hugo Boss, who makes it. And they were like, well, I'll give you this card. Cheers, bro. Otherwise, that was about it, to be honest with you. We had a nice walk down, nice mooch around, and now we came back. Been watching some videos, had an apple and whatnot when we got back. Actually, quite late, it's nearly 6 o'clock. But tonight we've got Roman pasta, and I'm just doing some programming. And that's why I was going to talk to you, because basically what I've been doing is I've been copying over from the old platform that I made. I'm building it again, but a bit more better and using a bit newer technology. It's like perfect timing to transport this over to .NET Core before it gets a bit too hairy and a bit too big. And I'm kind of going through and doing refactoring work as I go, and I'm changing the way all the multi-threading works to make it a little bit quicker and a little bit whatever. And I just got to the point where it's now copying files and downloading files and stuff. So I thought I'd do a test, like a end-to-end test of it the other day. I remember telling you. And I was like, I can't figure out how to run it. Visual Studio will just break, and Well, turns out I'm an idiot. I was trying to start it in the original program. I started it from the program's name .cmd command line. That was where the exe was that I hit. This has the program's name .cmd, but it doesn't contain the starting thing, because there is a separate thing which is just the name of the project. And that is where all my dependencies are mapped before it then punches into the command line. So I'm trying to run it from the wrong bloody thing. So yeah, that's all good. I've got it running on here. I've now got to figure out how to do automatic transformations from one computer to the next computer, because because basically this runs on the C drive, this runs on the D drive. I could move this to the C drive. I've got space on it now, I think. I think when I was first doing it, I didn't have much room on the C drive. No, I can't move it to the C drive. So it's a bit of a problem. So I'm going to try and see if I can set up having it. It'll be not very good if I let this thing run on the drive that I'm not expecting it to run on. I mean, it'll error quite quick, but it starts to leave like a footprint. You know what I mean? I don't like it. So yes, that's what I'm going to do this precise moment in time. I need to figure out, because now I'm not using, I used to have this, I used to have it so it would set up so my laptops would change it to a different thing, and then I'd have an Atlas build configuration and a thingy build configuration, Surface build configuration. But now I've moved to .NET Core, it's all like JSON files instead of XML files, and I need to find an equivalent. And ladies and gentlemen, we've got a bit of a time jump on our hands. Turns out that configuration changes aren't respected very well in .NET Core. The requirement for them has apparently been removed because in ASP.NET you can load the configuration in code, like when you do your dependency loading, and at that point you can define an environment, like it can be passed into the program. Cheers. One of them things where, yep, it's all very well and good doing that for ASP.NET Core, but it's not very well and good doing that for C#.NET, is it? The core, the proper core. Oh man. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, what's been going on? You will listen out at this precise moment in time. Can you hear the fountain? No. Want me to tell you why? So the fountain is like an air filtration thing that's supposed to apparently oxidizes the water because reeds suck in the water, suck in oxygen from the water. They need to circulate more oxygen into it apparently. Do you want to know how I know that? So it's been on since Wednesday daytime, possibly Tuesday night. I don't know. Wednesday. Laura says Wednesday, so I believe her. So, like previously, I raised a noise complaint with the council, and then next time when it came on Wednesday, Laura did the same, and today we kind of know the fishing society that owns that lake owns it, so we managed to track down their website and managed to figure out with some super sleuthing on Facebook who it was in particular, the contact people on the website that runs the lake and is in charge of it. So I tracked him down because someone asked who do I need to call if I want to go night fishing at this lake, and someone in the comments answered, and then I was like, bam, went on the website, phone number's there, rung him. Hey, how's it going? He sounded exactly how you'd imagine he would sound. He sounded like a farmer. He did. Me lover. He sounded very Bristol. That's how they talk in Bristol in the old days. And he sounds like that. He's so irritating and really difficult to understand. So I ring him up and I'm like, yeah, you alright mate? Yeah, how's it going? Yeah, I'm alright. How are you? Great. So, I want to talk about this pond we've got. Yeah? He goes, pond? Pond? You call it a pond? It's a lake. I'm like, well, it's a pond. It's to be debated. Lakes are bigger, right? Have you ever seen a lake that needs a fucking air filtration system in it? No. Basically, mate, I want to know why this stupid fan is on, why it has to be on for 5 days straight, and to ask politely whether or not it can be turned off overnight. And he goes, oh, you don't know much about how fish work, do you? You don't know how much about fish. I'm like, fuck you, my friend. You know what I do know about? I know about things that make me have a life. Where I can go off and do other things and not fucking care about shitty fish. He starts lecturing me on oxidizing the thing because the reeds suck out the oxygen in the water, which they do. And I'm like, look, yeah, cool. Can you do that in the daytime? Do it in the day, I don't care. But at night time it's really hot, it's really warm, we can't sleep without the windows open because it's too hot. We have to open the windows, it's a fucking Hoover outside the window. It's literally like someone's outside with a Dyson going all the time. I'm trying to explain to him, but he's not listening to me at all. And I'm getting angry. I'm getting angry on the phone, I'm getting a bit apple pasty with him. And I'm like, look mate, look, I'm happy to raise this with the council, already have done. Happy to raise this with the council. I'm pretty certain that if I was to tell them about this and they come around, they would consider that a noise complaint. They would consider that noise pollution. And they'll tell you to turn it off. And they go, we can't turn it off because we can't turn it off because the fish will die. And some of them fish are like £1,000. I'm like, mate, if you're putting £1,000 fish in there, you've got other problems. It's not keeping them alive. It's something else. There's something there. At that point, I was like, me and Laura were cooking at the time. And I said, mate, I don't give a fuck about your fish. I care about something. Laura's like, and I'm like, excuse my French, mate, but I'm really pissed off. He goes, I'll get in trouble. I'm like the manager of the lake. I'll get in trouble if the fish die. I'm like, whoa. Who will he get in trouble with? He goes, I'm like, oh, the council. And he goes, no, the owner of the lake. Who's the owner of the lake? Give me the name. You guys' phone number? Oh, don't have his phone number. Oh, that's fucking convenient, that, isn't it? I'll check if it's on your website. Thanks, mate. Thanks. Yeah, bye. Phone down. We had a dinner. Finished the dinner. Rung the council, because we'd done like everything on the website. Rung up the council and they were like, yeah, sorry, we don't have someone doing that at the moment until office hours on Tuesday. And I went, what if someone having like a party? And I said, I don't really believe you, but so they said no, and I was like, right, you know what we're going to do? I'm going to walk around to the lake and figure out if there's like a phone number, like a landline phone number that maybe goes to someone that isn't this twat. And we walk around to, like, there's two entrances, one like in our car park and one like around the other side. We go to that one first. They've got a phone number, took a photo of it, drove around the block, walked around the block, and as we're walking towards it, like in a gap in the in the leaves, Laura goes, oh, Joe, stop, there's someone there. Someone's walking in to this thing, like they're like banging open this fence and they walk through and they bang it, lock it closed, Me and Laura do like a casual walk by. Anyway, we then go, oh, alright, well, we'll go back home. I think that is the mate I was just on the phone to. So I run around back to the house, and then like I'm like sat on the path listening. As Laura Laura's walking. As Laura comes up to me, and then you just hear her go, and I'm like, yes, fuck you. Now, listen to this. You don't realise how loud it is until it turns off. It's so loud. But yeah, so we're going to have a lovely sleep. It's going to be cooler. It's not going to be cold. Cooler, because we'll have the windows open. And it will be, most importantly, silent. It's going to be bliss. Can't even hear the fridge. Yeah, so that was great. That was awesome excitement for the evening. Told Dan about it. And then me and Laura, we watched a couple of YouTube videos and we were like, we're talking about games and stuff, and we're like, we kind of wish we had better games on the Xbox so that we could like play games together and whatnot. And I went into Atlas and I've had Awesomenaughts. Like, I paid for it, never downloaded it. I think I got it in a bundle, and so I downloaded that. But then we were talking about like, should we, like, what should we do? Because we want to be able to play games together like every now and again. Does that mean we should buy an Xbox, buy the new Xbox One S, which I think looks gorgeous, but like, are the games that get launched on there kind of the games we want to play? Because we only really want to play like co-op games, and they're like more indie style games, so maybe a Steam box is better, maybe like a small Steam box, but then you've got to buy a powerful Steam box if you want to make it into a gaming thing, because like PC games are designed to run on more powerful machines than Xbox games are. I'm like, so we're trying to figure out, I'm like umming and ahhing about the best way to go about getting some kind of games console that we can both play. Because I do think like the problem with the Xbox One is like all the games are like 60 quid. I'm not sure how good the Xbox marketplace is. I think it could get good now that they're moving like Windows 10 onto the Xbox, so that basically Windows games, if like, there's an incentive, if you were to make a Windows Xbox 10 app game thing, it would also run on PCs. So there's an incentive there to developers, but like compared to Steam, it's nothing, you know? So we played some Awesomenaughts, played a couple of levels of that. It was really good fun. We got hammered, and then we figured it out. We figured out the rules and stuff. We kind of rushed through it to get to the point where we could learn the rules. But yeah, it's good fun. And now we are heading off to bed. Tomorrow, Laura's going for another run, another 2-hour one. and I'm going to do some work and stuff. I should be pretty close to beating the older source section now, because I can now set off these, like, this download stuff. It'll go off and download all the stuff, and then I just have because I've like download everything into a staging area, split that out into 10 different areas that all runs asynchronously, so that it can block and it doesn't matter. And I'm like, as that's happening, I'm like generating all the information that I need for each one of them. I mean, I'm still going to have to wait for it, but I can do it all in parallel. Whereas previously I would run all 10 of them at the same time, but have to wait for them all to finish, and I wouldn't do anything there. But I don't need to worry about that anymore. Mainly because of the way that I designed it. I designed it quite badly. So I derive all of the information 10 times, even though it's all identical except for one part of the source path, because it's like in this part, not this part. But fixed it now. And yeah. Otherwise we've got Sunday roast for dinner, which is going to be lovely. I haven't had Sunday dinner in a long time, so it's going to be good. We go back to Nottingham soon. This weekend. Oh Christ, is it this weekend or next weekend? Oh, next weekend. Next weekend. Cool. That's just me talking to myself. Right, cool. We're heading off to bed. Thank you very much for watching. I'm going to have a fucking lovely sleep. And I'll catch you later.